As you're aware, transportation costs represent a significant portion of total distribution and logistics expenses, so the decision as where to locate a facility can have a big impact on costs and supply chain efficiency. In 2016, our customers invested nearly $3.5 billion, which marked the 6th consecutive year that BNSF customers and local economic development organizations have invested more than $1 billion on just BNSF's railroad in new or expanded facility. When you look at the overall economy in St. Louis, about 40% of the regional employment is generated by freight-intensive industries. The U.S. Department of Transportation says that the greater St. Louis region multimodal freight activity will increase by about 70% from $277 billion in 2012 to about $400 billion in 2045. It sounds impossible when you listen to those numbers, but I go back to 1980 being in this town, and you can look around and see the growth that's already taken place in the region, and know that with population growth, these numbers will actually be true. BNSF's been a big part of that growth, and we plan to be even a bigger part in the future. BNSF currently moves about 4.8 million carloads of freight in the state of Missouri annually across more than 1,500 miles of railroad. Just imagine what I-70 would look like on a Friday afternoon if this railroad wasn't here doing that. In St. Louis, our rail operations employ about 600 people in the metro zone. Our biggest volume from this region comes from intermodal. We operate the Lindenwood Yard intermodal facility over on Wellington Avenue, and we have about 70,000 lifts per year. We also work with 7 transloaders here to help customers who want to ship by rail but don't have access to rail-served facilities. They transfer the freight between rail and truck for the first or last mile on behalf of the non-rail shippers or receivers. And this is a huge network, and many of our customers, those transloaders, are here today in the audience, and we appreciate your business as well. We also provide coal for the St. Louis utilities. Our friends at Ameren are in the audience today. We serve 2 Ameren plants in the region, Rush and Sioux. We thank you for your business. St. Louis, of course, is also home to the mining companies that operate quite a few of the Powder River Basin mines where we serve both Arch and Peabody. Obviously, between our operations and customers, our modal competitors, public policy does play an important role on how all of us do. An audience like this that supports freight-related economic development, I'm glad to report that Congress did a good job of designing a multimodal, freight-oriented framework in the last highway bill, which is called the FAST Act. The problem, as I pointed out, is again that the general fund had to bail out the highway trust fund as it's done since 2008 with no increase in user fees. We estimate that all funding for highways, local, state, and federal, is about $115 billion a year. In 2002, 90% of the federal transportation revenues came from that gas tax, or the user fee, if you will. The rest came from other highway user fees. Between 2008 and 2016, the amount of general fund transfer, that percentage decreased from 90% to about 70%. States derive even more revenue for the highway spending from the general funds, and the state share of total highway spending is growing. We also estimate that the total highway investment, approximately 60% of that is for system maintenance. It looks a lot like a railroad. 40% is for expansion and enhancement. The Federal Highway Administration estimated in 2012 we need to spend about $90 billion per year for 20 years, and those are in 2012 constant dollars, to make current conditions or good state of repair to reach those levels. This means that at least an additional $22 billion a year will have to be found for maintenance from all levels of government. And this doesn't even include the needed increased investment in highway expansion and enhancement. I think everybody in this room can agree that the Highway Trust Fund is broke, but the infusion of funding from taxpayer through the FAST Act, which expires after 2020, it'll actually be insolvent. The shortfall between 2021 and 2027 is expected to be about $140 billion, and that's before it's been increased for maintenance spending or any capacity expansion. Fuel taxes, which we all pay, and other fees haven't been adjusted since 1993, and that resulting purchasing power of the federal gas tax is 40% below those 1993 levels. Furthermore, fuel efficiency, regulations for cars and trucks, and increase in electric vehicles have actually reduced overall revenues for the highway. More importantly, in my view, the impending fuel efficiency of commercial tractors, which will achieve up to a 25% lower fuel efficient, that's an equivalent tractor in 2018. So states obviously are confronting the same issues and staring down the choice of raising their gas taxes or at least indexing them to inflation going forward. 19 states have done one or both in the past several years. Missouri's 17-cent per gallon tax was last increased in 1996. And I know how politically difficult it will be to raise the gas tax. The trucking industry is even leading the charge to do this. About 10 years ago, I sat on a commission that produced a comprehensive study on infrastructure needs and analyzed revenue options for meeting them. At that time, 10 years ago, we recommended a 25 to 40 cent gas tax over those next 5 years. Notwithstanding the multitude of other recommendations we made, that was the only thing that got the coverage, and it wasn't positive. We also recommended that we begin work and research and transition to alternatives to the gas tax, and 10 years later, nothing's happened. That's why recently I recommended that a working group be convened to design an alternative funding system, such as a passenger and commercial vehicle, VMT, or as well as weight distance tax for commercial vehicles. This working group would consist of government and private sector experts, including members from the technology industry, equipment manufacturer, and transportation companies. It would consider technical feasibility of fairness and timeliness for implementation and guide the VMT demonstrations which are authorized in the FAST Act. The group should focus on all drivers, but the commercial fleet now has a technology platform to support a VMT or weight distance fee. The commercial fleet could begin transition to an alternative fee much sooner, and those revenues could be used to fund the increased federal level of good repair and maintenance needs. We all agree that infrastructure at all levels of government is important. While private investment made by the freight railroads can reduce and relieve highway maintenance costs, the transportation investments made local, state, and federal government leverage the investment that the freight railroads make. Merchants Bridge is a great example of this. The railroads spend billions of dollars to increase capacity across their lines, but a single bridge over the Mississippi River in need of an upgrade means that capacity in St. Louis and elsewhere can be reduced by congestion.